Hey, what's up everybody? This is Dan the Fireman. I want to talk to you about how to create a Sportster Scrambler basically on a budget. Now, a lot of things for Harley are not budget friendly. They are actually pretty expensive, and to be honest, taking a Sportster off-road is not the smartest idea, but you know what? I've been doing it for a while now, and I figured I can go ahead and make a video and talk to you about what you should get, what I learned, and basically just where to find it. So the first thing I did was switch my cafe style bars to Moto bars by Biltwell. Now these things are pretty nice, I love them. They're a little bit low, and depending on your stock bars that you got from your Harley, whether you got the Roadster or the 883, those are gonna be kind of low, especially with the Roadster. They're gonna be a little more aggressive and forward. You need to have bars that are a little bit taller, a little bit higher, and designed so that you can stand up and ride because you're gonna need more control of your bike. My Moto bars, I love them. The great thing about those is that I didn't have to swap out any of my stock cables going from stock to cafe to Moto bars by Biltwell. If I had known, I would have gotten the Burly Scrambler bar from Burly brand. Now, I'm not just saying that because I am a sponsored rider for them, but you know what? These would have been great. They would have, the extra height of the bars, it's a little higher, it would have been awesome. I don't think that you need to get new cables for the bars, but if you do, I'm almost positive that you don't, but if you do, there's a link in the description to a set of cables that specifically work for these bars. If you're comfortable with the bars that you have that came stock from the Sportster, go ahead and try that out. I'm gonna tell you right now, a higher set of bars is definitely gonna help you when you have to stand up. Now for your suspension, this is often overlooked, but you know what? You do need a better suspension. A stock suspension from Harley is pretty low and it's not that amazing. Now if you get the Roadster comes out with some pretty good high suspension, so you might not need a new suspension if you're watching this and you have a Roadster. But me, I didn't have a Roadster. I had a 2012 Nightster and I upgraded to the 13.5-inch progressive 412 shock. And I did that a long time ago before I built the Scrambler. I did it for the looks. I like how it's a little bit higher. You can see more of the tire. It just looks awesome. It's more of a, you know, it leveled out the bike really well. And the added benefit is that it is a better suspension. So far it has served me very well off-road. I needed that extra clearance. I have gotten close to bottoming out my bike a few times. I have jumped a little bit, nothing crazy. But you know what? Burly brand also sells a rear suspension called the Stiletto Shock. That comes in a 13 and 15 inch depending on what model year your Sportster is. The one I found on the Burly brand official website, it says it fits my bike, which is a 2012 Nightster, and it's in 13-inch shocks. Found a little cheaper on Amazon, but it only said that it fits a 1996 to 2003 Sportster. But I compared the model numbers on the website where it says it fit my 2012 Nightster to the model number on Amazon, and they are the same, so I believe that they work. If not, if you guys want to play it 100% safe, I have a link in the description to the Progressive 412 shocks that have worked, that have done amazing. And to be quite honest, Burly brand is owned by Progressive, so they are basically the same thing. So tires. Now this is probably one of the most frequently asked questions I get. The big problem with Sportster and trying to find dual sport tires is the size of the wheel. Now the 19-inch front wheel is not a problem finding tires. There's quite a bit of tires for the 19-inch front, but the 16-inch wheel in the back has been a big problem. I spent a long time, I spent a couple months looking it over, and I finally found a tire that fits the 16-inch rear. I noticed that a lot of people will just switch out to an 18-inch or a 19-inch rear wheel. Well, I didn't have the money for that because, you know, it's about $1,000 to switch out a rear wheel, especially if I just wanted to try out a dual sport Sportster. So for the front tire, I have the Mitas EO7 dual sport at 100 by 90 at 19 inches. These fit perfectly well in my stock Nightster. I do have spoke tires in the front and back. Now for the rear wheels, I got the Duro HF 904 median dual sport rear tire in the 130 by 90 at 16 inches. Now my stock Nightster, my stock 2012 Nightster wheel is a 150 by 90. I was a little concerned when all I could find was a 130 by 90 at 16. You know, it's been working well and it hasn't given me any problems, and I'm pretty confident with this tire in the rear. So far on and off road, it's been safe and pretty fun. It's a little louder than street tires, and I honestly don't try to go fast anyways. The fastest I've ever gone on with these tires is 80 miles an hour, which has been on the interstate. And that's probably as fast as I'm gonna go because these tires are rated for a lower speed than a lot of street tires. Now you're gonna need a new exhaust. It's gonna have to be higher. The stock Sportster exhaust is really low, it's below your feet, and I have hit my pegs a few times on some rock. Those rocks could have hit that exhaust, and that's an expensive exhaust to replace compared to some pegs. So what I have on my bike is the Roland Design Tracker 2-in-1. It's the older model. I got it back in 2008. I love it. I'm gonna keep it. It's still going strong. There's a little bit of rust on it, but you know what? It's been working pretty well. If I was gonna upgrade, I'd probably would still get the Roland Tracker 2-in-1, but Roland came out with a brand new one. It's called the Roland Design Tracker 2-in-1 high pipe. That's the main difference, that it is higher because the older Tracker 2-in-1 uses the right side passenger peg mounts. Now the high pipe, from the pictures I've seen and the videos I've seen, it doesn't look like it uses the passenger pegs, and it's a little bit higher. So that way, you know, if you do want to still carry somebody on your bike, there you go. Now with an aftermarket exhaust, it's recommended that you actually get a tuner and an aftermarket air cleaner. I don't have that because that's actually kind of expensive and I just really haven't got into it, but it's better for the engine, it's better for the bike. You're either gonna be running too lean or too rich. Now this is a budget build, so a tuner and aftermarket cleaner are out for me, but if you really want to get one, which is, like I said, is recommended, I would get the Vance and Hines FuelPak and the Clarity air cleaner from Roland Sands. That is what I would get because I really like the air cleaner from Roland Sands, and Vance and Hines makes the Tracker 2-in-1. Roland Sands just puts his name on it. Now that pretty much takes care of all the major things to really get started. Now you can get extra stuff, you can get accessories, you can get an aftermarket seat, you can get pegs, you can get all those things. If you're gonna get an aftermarket seat, I highly recommend the Mustang Fastback. It's what I have on my bike. You can still kind of go 2-up. It has a slight slant in the back, so if depending on who you have back there, it might hurt them down in there in the crotch area. But you know what? It looks amazing. It's been holding up well. Mustang makes some fantastic products. You can't go wrong with them. And as you can tell by what I've been saying this whole time, I really like Roland Sands. And Roland Sands uses the Mustang seat, but since they put their name on it, it's a little more expensive and they add a little more details. So I went straight to Mustang and I found their seats and I like it a lot. Now, if you want to get an aftermarket peg, I highly recommend the Burly brand MX style pegs. I have them on my bike. I was riding off-road before I had them and I thought I was doing okay. I thought they were good. I have actually slipped my foot off, but not since I've had the Burly brand MX style pegs. Those things are grippy. They're amazing. I love them. Easy install. They have a beer bottle opener on the bottom. They look amazing. They have really improved my riding on and off road. Now you can get grips, new risers, a speedo relocation, gas caps. If you really want to look cool in Mad Max style like my bike, you can get the Burly brand Sissy bar. I love that thing. It looks amazing. I attached some of my gear to it. But anyways, you can do all that stuff, but it's all extra. You can still go off road without any of that stuff. But if you really want to check out what I have on my bike, I have all the parts down in the description with links to where you can find them. Now most of those are Amazon affiliate links. Whenever you buy anything from Amazon, when you click that link, whether you buy the product that I linked or if you buy something within 24 hours on Amazon, I do get a little kickback. It's pretty low, but you know what? It does help out the channel. But that is how I built my bike, and those are the things that I recommend if you want to build a Scrambler bike or if you want to build, you know, maybe even a Tracker Sportster or whatever it is. But I highly recommend all those products. Go ahead and hit subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And if you want to leave a comment below, if you have any questions, I'll definitely come back and I'll answer these for you. I love talking to you guys. And you guys all ride safe, and I'll definitely see you guys later.